Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Grown Man Clique. I am your boy Richie Rich, and to the left of me, I got my
J.I. the Masscreator.
And all the way to the right, we got your boy
Scott T.
And in studio right now, we got the big homie,
The sophisticated grizzly, De'Aaron's Teddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Do it.
So this is our Gumbo Show. I apologize, brother.
Yeah,
I apologize, brother.
Man.
Welcome to the Grown Man Clique. We got the big homie, Anthony Little.
How's it going?
Talk to us. Thank you for joining in to us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So you know how we get down. This is our monthly Gumbo Show. All right. So anything is not off limits. We talking about any and everything. But before we get into it, every week we always do a segment called Flowers and Powder. Okay. So let's get into it.
Flowers or powder for you.
All right. Let's go around the room. We're gonna start with my man Scott. Scott, you got any flowers or powder? What's happening?
I got flowers for everybody because guess what? I had a good week. So, yeah, I got no powder. Homeboy next door who crashed his truck, I ain't heard from him since. So, hey, look, he got enough powder going on. I think BPD's after him. So,
Ooh. What about you, Grace?
I always got the flowers for the producer over there. So all flowers go to her. So
ain't that sweet?
Oh. What about you, Jay? What's happening?
I have a powder.
Oh, here we go.
So we had an event in the other room. Big event. A lot of people. A lot of things going on. A lot of moving parts. I'm going to keep it that simple and up in the air. And when me and Scott went over there to set up for the event this week, some nasty, non-home training, don't have anybody in their house that ever showed them the right from wrong, nasty ass, son of a bitch. Put their gum on my freshly painted white wall. A big snagglepuss size piece.
Wow.
Green gum in the middle. I mean, like the wall was painted 1 week before the show. Before their event. And this non-home training son of a bench gonna put their gum on my white wall so they get the slap.
Wow.
I don't know where it's at.
Yeah. That's the slap right there. So they get the damn slap. Hey, what's up, Bass? We got Bass in the house tonight. What's up?
Hello, Kia.
What's up, fellas?
How you feeling, brother?
Power to the people.
Also,
Power to the people.
Lady Shy.
What's up, Shy?
Actually, that's her giving flowers to her daughter.
Come on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Home cooked meal after work. Yeah.
Shauna, welcome to the Grown Man Clique.
Hey, Shauna, how you doing?
Welcome, Shauna. All right.
Yep.
All right. What about you, Anthony?
Don't really have anything. Well, actually, yeah, my wife. So some may or may not know I had rotator cuff surgery
Ooh.
3 weeks ago,
You've been
and
slapping a lot of people.
she's been taking care of me, and I'm truly blessed to have her in my life. It's just amazing feeling to have someone look out for you the way she did. She does.
That's no joke.
Yeah, I got one of them. She's sitting in the peanut gallery right now.
Yeah.
I was looking for my phone. She said where it was, found it for me, and then got mad when I said thank you.
Nah, like 2 years ago, I tore my rotator cuff too. So like, I know that ain't.
You should stop slapping so many people, Little. You've been giving everybody the powder. They been getting on your damn nerves. You done blew your rotator cuff smacking. Use more powder next time. It's slow to your wrist.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, but
All right,
other than
babe.
that, it's a blessing.
Cool.
All right, Bass, you up next, man. Ooh, you want to slap? We'll get some flowers to you. Come on, talk to me, brother.
You know what? I'm gonna give some flowers to my man Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It took him a year. It took him a year to get some payback. But this brother, instead of suing Will Smith, he said, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to Netflix. They gave him $20 million for an hour-and-a-half show, bro.
Actually, they
And
bumped
he
that
got
price
to-
up. 40 million.
40 now.
Right, but he getting 40 for 2 shows.
Oh, 2 shows.
He got to
He
do
getting
another
40
one.
for 2 shows.
Oh,
yes, he does.
wow.
And guess what?
Yeah, so
Bass?
he got 20 million for Saturday night, and he got to literally bitch slap Jada and that punk ass Will.
and guess what, Bass? I don't think he had to reach out to Netflix. I think Netflix actually texted him while he was still on stage.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
As soon as it happened,
yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Before he
But
got
for
finished.
anybody that has not seen it, you should.
Oh,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
watched it
I
twice
watched it yesterday.
because you know what they
It was
did?
brilliant.
This is what they did. You cannot go to that last 10 minutes. You cannot just watch the last 10 minutes of the show. You
Yep.
have to watch the whole show. You cannot fast forward or rewind it. When you try, it goes watch from beginning. They getting all them views. They getting all them views from beginning. If you want to see the last 10 minutes, you got to watch the whole show or see some bootleg
Gotcha.
copy of it. So
But
get
Gotcha.
Netflix the big strong arm on that. They get the strong arm.
but the first part of the show was pretty much his normal routine, from what I understand.
I heard that's been his 2022, 2023 set for the most part.
Yeah.
But that's what they all do. Like when I saw Chris Tucker live, he had been working on that show, and the only new parts were the parts that he did at the end. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they do. They go on, they take and add stuff, subtract stuff, get stuff going. When it don't go how they want, or when they gets the parts that they like, they keep it, and then they just meld the show back together. And he did a good job. And the one thing that was funny is how they kept saying Jada is from Baltimore.
Yeah.
And
he knew what he was doing.
so I mean,
he knew what he was doing.
he did. And I'm sort of a neutral partner. I know there's a lot of back and forth, negative, positive about
that's
Jada.
checkmate.
But
Checkmate.
but for me, I'm sort of caught on the fence because I actually went to school, and I mean middle school and high school, and I know Jada as a person. Of course, people change, situations change,
Right.
but the Jada I knew was a good person. So I'm always on the fence whenever somebody talks about her, but I'm not going to defend her or protect her. I'm just going to say that's your opinion.
I don't think he said nothing bad.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. But like when people know that you know someone, they want your opinion. I'm like, well, no, it's your opinion. What you did, what you feel is what it is. I don't care.
Not to mention people are different.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like
as a friend,
for me, my opinion, it's one of those relationships that just fell into each other. Because anytime a woman tells a man or tell the world that her real love is XYZ, that's a lot of disrespect. No matter what it is, I can understand you had some type of love, but now we have this life together and we have kids, and you still telling people this man was the true love of your life.
Word.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's
You
kind
know.
of weird because Jada and Two never really had a sexual relationship.
Did you
I
call
think-
him too?
He did.
I mean, everybody know the rest. Everybody know the rest. Because I mean, but the whole idea is that being from the BSA, I graduated from Baltimore School for the Arts. I was there when Jada was there. I was there when he was there. Tupac. I don't know why I'm not saying his name. You know why I don't say it? Because I don't like. It's nothing to brag about. I didn't really know Tupac. He was an underclassman. I was a senior. I knew of him because we were in the same homerooms. So I don't have no grandiose stories. All I can tell you is that a couple of pictures that you've seen of Tupac that when he was at the Baltimore School for the Arts, I may have been in the picture before that or the picture after that because we all knew the same people. So, but as far as me knowing Tupac, I didn't know him that well. My boy Vox knew him better.
Right.
And, some of my other friends hung out with him more because they were younger. But me, I don't know him like that. So I don't have Tupac stories. I remember when they used to call his name in homeroom, we would say, Tupac's in Newport, what? We were overclassmen. We were upperclassmen. So we made jokes about it. How did we know he would be one of the most successful people from our class?
Right.
But,
right.
The whole idea is that I believe Jada fought more in high school than Tupac. She was more the thug than he was because, light skin.
I can believe that.
Baltimore, catching the bus home, having to deal with people. She was more the thuggish, ruggish bone. And I ever thought about Tupac being. He was known as a reader and he wrote a lot. So he wasn't really like that as far as in the circles that I saw him in.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, flowers to Chris Rock. No powder base.
Huh?
You ain't got no powder for nobody.
No, number flowers, bro.
I love the love. I
love slapping people.
Say it again, brother.
What you say? What do you say? You say you like slapping people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You heard that too, right, Mason?
Yeah.
I heard that too, bro. I felt like Will Smith. Arg.
I mean, you can slap people more than one way.
Oh yeah. Like Chris Rock slapped the hell out of both of them.
Yeah.
Right.
I could punch you in your mouth with words.
It was a pimp slap.
Yes,
that was And the funny thing about it is it was classy.
Yep.
And I think he had one moment where he felt like he may have went too far, and that's when he said "bitch."
Yeah.
Because he kind of paused there, was like,
okay,
and he let the audience clap.
What bitch? What bitch?
Wait,
the Jada bitch?
The Jada bitch.
Or the Will bitch?
No, the Will bitch. He said that. He called Will bitch about 8 million times. But the Jada one,
yes, he did.
And he was like, "Did I need to go there?" And then when the audience started clapping, he just carried on. He never called her a bitch again. He only said that one time.
He said, "I never did anything to this bitch."
Right.
So
and then he paused.
Yeah.
He said this bitch started. I finished it.
Right.
Yeah. and that's it. Yeah.
Hey man.
Right.
Yo, shout out to all of them. Will, Jada, Chris.
Yeah.
All of them.
Shout out to $40 million.
But real quick, guys, I actually put something out there today. What if the roles were reversed? And everything that Jada Pinkett Smith did from the beginning of their relationship to this point was reversed, and Will did it. Will did it. Everything that she's done, everything that we talked about that's been publicized. Like let's just say Will Smith was in love with Pepper.
Right.
Because if we're gonna go with the energy of Tupac,
I got you.
Let's say Will Smith was in love with Pepper.
So
and Pepper Salt did not have
fuck
energy,
that.
but Pepper did.
I knew what he was talking about. I love something. Hey, Pep, holla at me, bro.
Lady of Rage.
Yeah, let's say if you got Jaden Smith writing letters to Pepper, passed away, talking about, "Can you come back so my daddy can be happy?"
Damn.
It's like shit like that.
Damn.
What if you have this reverse and then all of this fast forward and then all of a sudden Sherry Shepherd makes a joke about Will because not that he has alopecia. Let's say he has vitiligo.
Yeah.
And he can't take that because his face, you know what I mean? It's kind of what, he uses. And let's say Jada Pinkett Smith is the highly successful movie star.
Right.
But everybody talks about her because Will Smith was a predator. Let's just say that Will's not a predator. Let's just say Will Smith, let's say Doja Cat came. That's a friend of his daughter's. Doja Cat came over. She came over for some help. He did exactly what Jada did.
Entanglement.
Now here's the thing. Before we even got to the Grammys, Will Smith's whole career would have been dead.
Right.
So by the time we got to the Grammys and Sherry Shepherd made a joke about vitiligo, let's just say that Jada walked up there and smacked the shit out of Sherry Shepherd because she's tired now. Now, would the same vitriol be for Sherry Shepherd?
Of course not.
For Jada Pinkett?
Of course not. They would have celebrated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look what he put her through.
Yes.
Look what he did to her.
Yeah.
He made her do that.
Yes.
But with Will, it's like, well,
it's reversed, and it's reversed and different because the energy of a man cheating means that the man was being greedy.
Right.
The image of a woman cheating says that she was being needy.
She needed something that
she needed something that she didn't get.
Bro, y'all need to watch.
Even I mean, let's go this far because we gonna put a plug in right here because that's a mother. This time for a plug. This is a plug for Leo and August, my wife's new web series that she coming out, and it leads right into a point like that when a woman feels unappreciated, unfelt, and unneeded, and how she reacts, and how it's different from when what would have happened if a man did the same exact thing. So big shout out to Sheila Brown for Leo and August.
Hey, Sheila. Hey, Sheila.
Congratulations.
Oh, Sheila.
You know what?
I'm going to say it too.
Very good point, but I'm going to make one point additional to that.
Gotcha.
I think it's not quite I think it's a false equivalency because you're gonna have to find somebody smaller than Jada Pinkett, because let's face it, Will slap Chris because Chris was smaller than him.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people smaller than Jada?
Well, the only reason I did Sherry Shepherd.
I know. No, I
Sherry
did.
Shepherd is
I absolutely.
Shout out to Kay Brett.
Let's be real.
Okay.
If she had tried to slap Sherry,
that's a fight.
Oh
That's
no,
a fight.
no, that ain't a fight. Sherry would have pummeled her.
With one titty.
One shot. One
lights out.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Okay, well, let's just say Sherry took it like Chris. Let's say she waited a year later. Now, you know how many people are telling Chris Rock right now,
right.
Why are you still talking about it?
Why you wait that long?
Why you wait so long? Now, if Sherry Shepherd would have waited a year, she'd have been brilliant. Girl, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud that you picked yourself up from the ashes, blah, blah. It would have been all of this other shit. There would have been a whole different narrative. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, it's like, I want people to take a look at the whole thing. And don't just look at it from your male perspective or your female perspective. Look at the whole thing
From a human perspective.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And just understand that these are three people that's hurting right now.
Right.
Three people that are in a lot of pain right now. And I'm not one of those people, regardless of what I don't know her personally. I never met this woman. I mean, regardless of what I might think, I don't know what kind of pain this woman might be going through to even decide to broadcast these types of things out there for everybody to see. So I want to give flowers to all three of them because they need love right now. They need some love and light right now. You know.
Big shout out to Amanda Yoon.
Shout out to Amanda.
We appreciate the love on screen, and a big sloppy kiss for Miss Sheila. There you go.
All right,
Somebody
Sheila,
gave you a big
love.
sloppy
What's
kiss.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
But you know what? But you know what, Brother Grizz? If you look back a little deeper, you know, I think about when I was in the police department and how I listened to white officers. I don't know why they felt comfortable talking around black officers about how they looked at black people as savages.
Right.
I cannot tell you how many times I've heard a white officer say some shit like that about black people. And I check them every fucking time. But the thing that get me about this thing with Will and Chris, it didn't happen in a back alley. It didn't happen on a public street. This shit, this embarrassing shit happened on national fucking
The
TV.
most public
And-
stage you can get.
Yeah.
And white
Yeah,
America,
black-
they sit back and said, look, we've been saying shit. We've been talking about how violent black people are. Well, guess what?
You just
Will
proved
allowed Jada's fucked up face to provoke him to hit this man on national TV.
it. Right.
Yeah.
Now, how long have those awards been coming on? When last time you seen a white artist slap another artist? Never
You
happened.
have it.
Now, I've never seen a white artist slap another artist, but I have seen John Wayne try to get on stage to attack an indigenous woman.
Yeah.
Speaking about something that was happening to her people.
Right.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of times we saw that happen with black people, but let's not forget it was him and another white actor that tried to come on stage to fight a woman
Right.
because she was
Mhm.
speaking about the injustices that had befallen her people. This is back
70 something.
70 something.
Yeah.
John Wayne tried to come on stage and fight a
With his old wrinkly ass at that point.
The biggest race you got.
You the biggest racist.
Yes, my boy Public Enemies talked about him. Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. Straight up racist. Sucker was clean and clear and plain. Motherfuck him and John Wayne.
Motherfucker, fuck him and John Wayne.
But you remember at the end, Chris Rock said, how do you say it? He has parents.
Yeah, he was
Right.
And
raised.
they taught him
Not
not to fight in front of white people.
right.
There you go.
But see that
Drop the
leads-
mic.
Yep.
And that leads me to what I said from the beginning, because I remember we had a show. We were on the Grizzly show the night or two after the incident,
Right.
and we were talking about it. And I said
We was
this
here.
would have played so much differently if Will, being the kind of high value man he should have been, would have grabbed his wife's hand and they just walked out.
Right.
That would've
Because
made
the
Chris Rock
next
the
day, everybody would have been talking about why did he walk out on the night when he was being, saluted for getting the Best Actor award. He would have done more for his career, more for black men, more for black women who say black men don't defend their women. All of that would have been null and void if he would have just grabbed her hand and said, "Let's go."
Mm.
And the reason why I say that is because we have seen the amount of fervor that has been developed from him doing the opposite. He messed up an award show that was produced by the first black producer in their time. It was also the first time a man from Baltimore was the producer of the music. He was in charge of the orchestra and did the orchestrations for the Grammys. We were represented totally for the first time, and what we have a fight, just like every party at the
Just like in the club.
yeah, just like in the club.
We
And
didn't
give
have
him
a
a-
fight. We had an altercation.
Whatever. But what I'm saying is that that was a night when they actually said, and I don't use this word much, but for me, this is what I think they said to me. It felt like they said, "Let the niggas have it. Let them do everything."
Yeah.
Niggas going
That way, if something goes wrong, we could say, "We told you."
not to let him
And
do
guess what? We told you. And
Yeah.
now look at what they're doing. How everything is starting to step back, and they're starting to decolorize the Grammys and decolorize everything. They're going to sprinkle a little bit more pepper in there every now and then to keep from having a critical uprising.
But
But-
they're gonna use this as a justification to do what they
Y'all
wanna
know
do.
what we
saw
did
what
the
happened
last
last
time.
You see what happened
So-
last time we let
like a year or two before, it was Oscar was so white. Now it's like, this is why.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
this is why.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
And this is the
Yeah.
while you were talking. This is what just came to me. Will Smith did not slap Chris Rock for Jada Pinkett because, like you
No.
said, he had the opportunity to grab her by the hand and walk out. This was all about him.
What was the name of the show that we watched? What was Chris Rock's show?
Everybody
Social.
hates Chris.
No.
It's
No,
his
his-
selective outrage.
Selective
Yeah,
outrage.
Selective
You
outrage.
you put your power where your power can be used.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
he said, and that's what Chris said. He said, y'all don't realize how big Will Smith really is.
Right.
Because y'all see him as the lanky, skinny ass Fresh Prince. But remember, he
played
said this
Ali.
mofo played Ali.
Yeah. Yep.
And what did Chris Rock say he played? He played a fucking crackhead.
I played crack. I was a cracky. I was Pookie. So think about that. So I mean,
and they had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh yeah, I saw the after
show. But JB Smooth, what was it him or Arsenio Hall said? If it had been Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they talked about him fighting Bruce Lee
Smooth said,
and how he used that long ass leg and kicked Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that was JB Smooth.
He wouldn't have. First of all, he wouldn't have reached Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No, he wouldn't have got. Kareem would have saw that.
And
coming.
He would have took one of them long ass legs and kicked him across the stage.
Damn right.
Yeah. So anyway,
but Will, man, Will, he lost cool points, man. Will,
and he has everybody after him.
After this, before this, Will was
I'm still gonna go see Bad Boys.
Sunshine Kid. But he was
up,
Ron? Will was the good guy.
Amanda again and John. Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
I think Will is still a good guy. I think the way he went about it afterwards was really what made him come off as a clown.
Right.
He wanted his trophy. He wanted his ox, so he stayed. If he slapped a dude, okay, you slapped him. But then you get on TV crying after you accept the award.
Right.
It's like, nah, dude, you already did wrong. You should have just walked away.
I mean, he was embarrassed.
Kept your mouth shut.
He couldn't control his emotions.
Try to let it die down. But you wanted the award. You wanted to be seen.
And that was a fabulous way Chris handled that during the special too.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Exactly. But you know what? I don't know what was worse between Will slapping him and then going back to the seat saying, "Keep my wife's name out of your motherfucking mouth."
Yeah.
White America says, "See, you can't let them Negroes go nowhere."
Nah.
And if it happened to Will Smith, it could happen to anybody.
Yep.
That's exactly the excuse they're
going to use. That's what they thinking. Like, if you think about it, you get another actor up there that might be a little bit more volatile than Will Smith. They're expecting gunplay now.
Right.
Gunplay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bitch, please.
And you have people out there that kind of, he did the right thing, protecting his wife, blah, blah, blah.
No.
I hear what people say, but I think it's misguided. Protecting your wife is if another man physically or verbally does something to your wife or your woman.
Yeah.
Chris was making jokes. That's what he gets paid to do. Make jokes. Will makes jokes. Will sings. He raps, and other rappers calling other people bitch. You talking about you're gonna slap a dude for it? Right. I mean, come on now. It's a fine line between disrespecting your woman and actually disrespecting her.
Right.
I mean, he got a lot of slapping to do if he's trying to slap everybody that talk bad about his wife.
Ain't that a
exactly?
Bitch? And another thing that Chris brought up at the show too. Basically the motherfucker he should have slapped was August.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's a different story right there.
How about you walk away from a situation that causes you to act that way? If you are in a situation that's going to cause you to act out of character, then you need to remove yourself from that. I mean, like Chris Rock said, which one of us has sat across from the table and been interviewed by the person that cheated on us?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't want to. I will swing on your ass in a second. It's gonna be the opening of the interview and the closing of the interview.
But
it'd be like a Birdman.
But you know what?
Are we done?
Can I say? I want to say something because this is one thing that I think is not being portrayed correctly.
What's that?
In their relationship, she didn't cheat.
What?
Because they were on a break.
No, not just that. If you've heard every interview that they've ever done, they say they never cheated on each other because each other knows exactly what the other is doing.
Right.
And before they would have never addressed the August situation if August would have kept his mouth shut,
Yeah.
because he did a side piece error. Side piece
that could
is
be a
not,
spin,
no,
though.
no,
That could be a
side piece.
spin.
No, it wasn't a
That
spin,
definitely
because
could have been a
if
spin
you
to
look
save
at
some
every
shit.
conversation they ever had, they said, we don't know where we got labeled as swingers. We're not swingers,
Mhm.
but we have a relationship where if one person wants something, they have to let the other person know, but we are not swingers. We are just evolved in our relationship.
Okay.
So, and there are relationships out there that work like that. It's just that you can't really work a relationship like that. Hey, maybe Tiny and T.I. did until all the drugs got brought into it. But because they was infamous swingers in Atlanta. They was swinging on every tree you could think of. And then nothing, they said that they were giving them drugs, that brought it out in the open. And then they actually did basically what I think Jada and Will should have done, said, yeah, we do swing. We swing hard. We swing for the fences, but we don't be giving nobody no drugs.
But it's been out there for a while that they had an open relationship.
Correct.
I remember back in the 90s, people was talking about that.
Well, see, here's the problem. We all saw that interview. I don't know. Is it everybody see the Red Table Talk interview?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you.
Yeah, I saw that bullshit.
You know, if you know some shit like that happened with your wife,
he did know. They talked about it before that
that's
night.
The thing. What do you? Okay.
So why did he cry?
What are you crying about?
Because he's an
Have
actor
you
and
ever,
we paid him a whole bunch of money to do
Have
that.
you ever been so mad that you couldn't do anything?
Oh yeah.
And he's
First of all, I wouldn't
some
be
people
on.
cry. They get so, if you can get so angry and
But
so
if it
bothered
was
by
such,
something where you
swingers,
sit there
what
and
the
you
fuck's he
cry.
crying about?
Now, look. This is what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna understand that. Fuck being an actor. Will Smith has always been an emotional person.
Yeah.
so it doesn't have nothing to do. We're not like he's always been emotional.
Yeah, right.
Right. Anthony Mack once said that Will Smith just walked up to him and punched him in the face for no reason. He was Anthony Mack, Falcon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anthony Mackie.
Really?
But you also gotta look. It's one thing to have it out there, have people saying it, but now there was pictures, and speculations. It's one thing that some people take pictures with arm around each other, but the man was drooped over her, hand on the ass. I mean, that was like
just
straight slap in the face. I mean,
right.
And then he gave it a name.
Right.
Yeah.
Gave it entanglement instead of just saying, "Look, this is what we do." When you give it a name, it sounds like it's
and
related.
To make it worse, he created a song called "Entanglement" afterwards.
So
like he was getting some jabs, man.
Getting slapped around getting slapped around every which way. And at the end of the day, like JB said, I have to agree with that. August should have kept his goddamn mouth shut.
Yeah.
Bottom line, but you also need to know who you fucking.
Wait a minute.
Like you know this. First
you
of all,
know that
also,
side.
The young man came there with a mental issue.
Yeah.
So
because now he gay, right?
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't.
What?
Look, I got a story.
Yeah,
I got a story.
August Alsina came out about four months ago or something like that.
I don't know nothing about
it. Was
this.
like Merry Christmas. I like boys.
Look, so he touched Jada and probably touched the son too.
Hey yo.
Yo,
story time. Story time.
What's the story?
All right, here's the story, right? I was in middle school. I swear.
You were touched in middle school? Do we need to go somewhere?
I need another drink. Oh,
I already told you about the older woman that touched me, so
that's different. That was different.
Listen. I was in middle school, and I got into a Yo Mama battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would never forget this. It was the first time I got suspended. It was the first time I got suspended. I said a joke. I don't remember it, right? Because this is how bad the shit went. I said a joke, and I looked at that man's face. Now, he was an upperclassman at that time, right? I think I was in the 6th grade. And he was in the 8th. And he beat the fuck out of me. like no questions. Like after they let it off, everybody was laughing. And next thing I know is boom. I was like, thank God shout out to shout out to Kyle. But thank God I had people who had my back. But like I couldn't do nothing at that time, right? And I remember going home. My mother was mad, everybody was mad, and I went to go to my grandfather. My grandfather told me, he said, let me tell you something. If you walk through these streets and you slap somebody and he shoots you, you can't tell him he overreacted. And that stuck with me.
Yeah.
That stuck with me.
Because you don't know how you hurt that person.
Yeah. I wish I remember what I said.
Yeah, verbal threat, black. This is verse. We got Raw, Jay on the beat. We got Smoke. This goes to all y'all hating ass niggas who ain't fucking with us. Check it, yo.
That was a grown man break, my boy. Go ahead, sir.
Anywho. So I was fucking interrupted.
Do it again.
God damn, nigga. That's the only button I really know.
He's scared of the other
I don't know the other buttons yet. But look. All right, so this is the Gumbo Show, and we got questions.
Yes, we do.
We got questions. We got comments too.
Yeah, I got most of them out, didn't I? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
we got all of them up. Yeah.
So we got questions. We got the Gumbo pot. Go ahead, Jerry. Show them the Gumbo pot. We got the Gumbo pot.
Okay.
We gonna sit back and we gonna talk about it.
All right.
Also, we got some questions on.
Yeah, let's go to the question that was online. You still got it up, Scott?
Yeah, comedians always poke fun at everything.
No question.
No, it was you, or was the question on it was
The one that was sent to.
Hello, distinguished gentlemen of the podcast. What are your thoughts of long distance relationships, and do they work? Yes or no? And if so, what does it take, in your opinion, for them to work?
Ooh. That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm gonna go ahead and start it off then. I feel like it takes for both parties to understand that you are in a long distance relationship. One person is not responsible of keeping this alive. It takes two. So communication is always big for me personally. And sometimes y'all gotta commute on different trips. So like when I was in one, it was I would go there and then the other would come here. And that's how I felt like we kept it going so we could. Communication is a key. Yeah. So I wouldn't suggest it though. Like I wouldn't say like go look for a long distance relationship, but if you happen to find yourself in one, you have to trust. Trust is so important, dog. You gotta understand that like if that person says they're tired and they're going to sleep by themselves. You gotta trust that person. You gotta know who you're dealing with. But that's my thought.
Grizz?
Absolutely not.
Nope. Nope.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, first of all, you already got the distance between the two of you. There are way too many temptations out there.
Absolutely.
Have that kind of distance. That also depends on the age of the people. It depends on the level of commitment. One person might have a different level of commitment than the other. Regardless of the communication, there's way too many factors to actually bring in to say that something like that could possibly. Here's the thing: the only way that a long distance relationship could possibly work is to tell them everything or tell them nothing. That's it.
True.
The only way it's going to work, you got to tell them everything. Y'all got to tell each other everything. Nothing can be off limits.
Right.
Or you tell them nothing, which means whatever happened when I was gone ends when I get back.
Right.
I don't want to know about it. I don't want to talk about it. We don't need to discuss it. That's it. So that's the only way that's going to work. Either tell them everything or tell them nothing.
And if you do got a side piece, just wrap it up.
I mean, well, I think there are levels to long distance relationships. It has to be whether it is something where your spouse or other is working in a different area, like military or something like that, or they definitely have to be away from you. Then there's so much communication that has to be done before they leave and before you're separated, and you have to make the hard questions, because I mean, loving, breathing human beings who love want to feel love, and they want to feel it reciprocated, and sometimes what did they call it, sexting isn't enough. Sometimes you're gonna need to feel the warm embrace of another lover.
Yeah,
And if you don't, then you're not maybe gonna be in that situation, because we as young adults made better decisions about that than we do now. Because when you were getting ready to get out of high school and you thought you was going to college. Listen, yeah, but think about this. When you were in high school and you were getting ready to make that move to go to college, and some people were going in the military, what did you most likely do? Yo, I know I'm going to this college. I know you going to that college. So I think we should end this now before we make, some kind of commitments that we not going to keep.
Yes, sir.
We did it better when we were younger than we do as adults. We were like, we need to keep the fires going. And then you go find a new match when you get where you at. Strike that bitch on the bedpost, and next thing you know, we need to talk.
College is a little different.
Only thing I
Nah,
but your emotional state as a kid was better equipped for you to break it off so that you didn't make a mistake and do something you regret than now when you're an adult and you try to keep it going, and then you go in and have an affair and you won't tell them until you come back face to face, and then they be like, you different. Yeah, I was fucking around on you. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to her. Bye.
But in that case, we talking about maturity though. Like,
yes.
And when we young, we was a little bit more immature about it.
No, but we were better at doing it.
We were.
We
was more immature about it.
I don't think it's that. I think to all of your points, we talk a lot about love languages, and I think you need to know yourself first of all, and you need to know who you're dealing with, because someone such as myself who needs physical touch, a long distance relationship is going to be a very difficult thing to do.
Hey, Bass, why don't you chime in?
I say long distance relationships allows unlimited fucking without getting caught.
When Bass said it's easier to cheat.
And there is the Bass. Right?
Thank you, Bass.
Hey! If
Everybody's so creative.
If I'm in Baltimore and you're in LA, I can fuck whoever I want to fuck, and she can fuck whoever she wants to fuck.
Yeah, and look, some people can't make it past a damn weekend when that person literally just goes to the damn market.
Man,
so
you can't trust
going out of town.
Exactly. You can't trust some motherfuckers up the street. What?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
hey, this ain't no romantic movie.
No, we talking real shit.
Like, okay, so here's a twist. What if it's a long distance relationship that's an open relationship? Well, that's way different.
That's big time different.
That means you can do what you want to do, and whatever you do is up to you. So
that's why I agree with Grizz.
The more close you get to the person
that is closer to you.
Yes.
And see, brother Rich, you're gonna get older. The last thing you want to think about your girlfriend fucking somebody half your age.
Right. Yeah,
that's true too.
Yeah,
I think. Whoa, wait a minute.
I'm different.
What you mean? What you mean about that, bro?
What I'm saying is,
right now you the young brother, so you the one handling business.
Yeah. Hey,
And
let
we the
me
one that's going to shoot you because we not running.
You're gonna be dealing with
We not chasing you. We going to shoot you.
That means
Hey, let me. Let me.
If she fucks somebody, well,
at your age, yeah, she's a
I'm single.
pedophile.
I'm single now. But if my woman at that time would have fucked somebody half my age, I got questions.
The only question
hey,
is coming to the door.
She's calling you for bail money.
Because I got questions. I'm like, wait.
Bail
hey,
money.
Wow.
Hey, brother Jerry, how you
Yes.
say story time?
Story
I
time?
remember this-
Story time?
This woman,
Don't cut him
this
off.
woman that I was engaged to a couple years ago, she told me about. She used to go to this bar. Now she lives in the Gwen Oak area, so she would go in this bar, and this young guy. She's 60 now. This guy was in his 30s. So every time she come in this bar, this motherfucker he would get fresh with her. So I'm sitting here trying to be like with an open mind, trying to listen to this bullshit. So she comes in and she says, every time I go in there, this young guy, he hitting on me, and some of these older women, they try to do what they can to make themselves look younger than what they are, because some women don't want to look older. So this young guy kept hitting on her. So one day she said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to give him some. She said, this young motherfucker scared the fuck out her ass. And I'm sitting here listening to this story. She talking about how he long dicked her and ate her ass, and he didn't stop. And I'm thinking, here I'm in my vulnerable stage of my life. I'm in my fucking mid-60s. I'm listening to her talk about a 30-year-old fucking the hell out of her. And I'm thinking, well, I'm only good for 10 minutes, goddamn. Bro, you talk about somebody crying. How in the fuck, as a 60-some-year-old, how can I compete with a 30-year-old?
Viagra.
Honey packs.
And a Bible. No. Viagra and a Bible.
Hey, you ever heard of beets? Go get you some beet juice, brother.
I know. Look, I might not have heard of beats, but I heard of strokes.
That's crazy.
All right, we're going to move on to the next question.
Before we move on, though, we got to welcome our brother, Van Gogh.
What's up, Van Gogh?
Hey, what's going on? I was on the way up and I got surprised. My sister's flight got delayed and she's actually in town from Boston. And, she told me to come pick her up from the airport and stuff. So I was on my way up. And of course I had to pick her up because she's here. I haven't seen her in like 6 or 7 years. But if it wasn't for that, I'd be up there. So,
Yeah, bring her through.
No, it's just a little delay. She's not going to be here that long. So, yeah.
Stay away.
So look, we doing something a little different. We got our gumbo pot.
Shout out to Anthony Hunt.
Okay.
We got our gumbo pot. We gonna be picking through this, right? So Grizz, since you out in studio guest, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Honor, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
And whatever's on there. Now, before you read that, I don't know who came up with these questions.
Okay.
I know the person, but all I got was sent a bag and said, "There you go."
All right.
All right. Don't be getting nobody in trouble.
Hey.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Question number 1. Could you knowingly share your partner?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Fuck no.
Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. You ain't coming back with them bitches. You touch mine.
Hey, let me go back. Let me go back to that 30. Let me go back to that 30-year-old that fucks like the Energizer Rabbit.
Let me tell you this much. I'll snatch the battery out that bitch. Your ass will be on a rail vac by the time I'm done. Think about it.
Ain't no way in hell I would participate in an open relationship.
No, sir.
Ain't nobody out fucking me.
No, sir.
From your last comment, almost everybody
out fucking. Hey, Bass, you walked into that one, dog.
Hey, brother Rich, like I said, one day you're gonna be 60. I'm probably not gonna be around to see it, but one day you're gonna be 60.
Hey,
I call this.
Hey, Base, I hope you will.
30 years from
Like,
now,
come
I
on
think
now.
it's fine.
30 years, bro. 30 years from now, I'll be 95. What the fuck?
And I hope you
And
hear.
I hope that
and you'll
you
still be
hear
able to
with
laugh
all
at
your
it.
Hey,
mouth.
people in the nursing home still be getting it on at 95. Don't let it fool you.
Right. How sexy? Right. But Van Gogh. How sexy would I look on a fucking walker?
We don't know.
Hey,
What if
look,
you don't
girl,
need one?
Hey, Base,
girl,
when
when I-
Walker, you might be fine as a motherfucker.
Or
I
I
what
mean,
if you
shit.
will?
A walker would be like a portable bondage bench. Who knows? I mean, you could throw that bitch in the car and keep it moving. For real.
Hey, look.
On the walker, you ain't got to hold the bitch up and pull your shoulder out.
Hey, Base, you're
Right.
invited to my Base, you're invited to my 60th birthday party, so you better be here.
Hey, have you heard of Casper the Friendly
As
Ghost?
long as you had a cup holder for your drink, Base.
Oh my god.
Base might show up.
Hey, and the way I smoke and drink, I might not make 70. Who knows?
Shit, here's the thing.
Man.
When you smoke and drink, you might make 170.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
old-
usually when you
hey,
stop.
hey.
When messed up.
Hey, brother
Yeah,
Chris,
don't
if that's the case, I'm on to some good shit then.
Damn
All right. Let's get another question going.
All right. Jay, you right here? Go ahead. Dig in. Pause.
Watch I get the one that's
You
going to
got
get
it.
me thrown out of my bed tonight.
Ah, shit.
I don't know. Oh, hold up. Ooh, that's long. Pause.
Wait a minute. Okay, well, this doesn't relate to me because y'all know I don't like it. Anyway, how do you deal with the thought you might not be good enough?
Ooh.
I mean, you know what? This is the whole idea with a question like this, and how I will relate to it is that it's the same thing that's been the common denominator through most of the questions and most of the things that we've been talking about tonight is communication. So if I'm asking and I'm getting the answers that I'm falling short, it's up to me to go into myself and deal with me first and get myself happy in order to be able to make somebody else happy. If you're all effed up on the inside and you don't have any direction and you don't know why you should feel good about yourself before you can even try to make somebody else feel good, you'll never be enough if you don't think you're enough. And I think I'm enough, and I'm always going to keep doing the checks and balances that I need to make sure that the young lady in the peanut gallery knows that I am enough, and I know that she's enough for me.
Well,
That's what you
okay.
gotta do.
Get the hand clap on that shit, man.
Yeah,
That's what you gotta
I'm gonna
do.
I'm gonna have to give it to you for that one because I was I think I touched on it before on one of the other podcasts. When I was married, I found out that my wife wasn't even really physically attracted to men at all. That I was just a how do I put it? A showpiece to make her life look normal. So, you know, if I wasn't already secure of who I was and what I was,
Right.
imagine how bad that would have eaten me up,
Right.
you know, by knowing that the person that I'm with really doesn't want to have anything to do with me other than to be a showpiece.
Yeah.
Was the sex good?
Was it?
You had it.
I mean,
I couldn't tell you.
You know.
Oh, okay. That's a good question. Answer. That's a good answer.
Hey, brother Van Gogh.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you and I have in common.
That's some crazy shit, man.
Story time.
Story time.
You need a button for that.
I dated.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make one.
I dated a woman 40 years ago. She was the finest motherfucker. Light skin with coal black hair, ruby red lipstick, smoked cigarettes. I thought that was the sexiest shit alive. We broke up because she wanted to know what it's like to be with another woman. I can't tell you what that made me feel like as a man. So we broke up. She went on about her life. She experienced women. 30, 40 years later, we got back together. And I was constantly on the defense. Was I good enough? Because I'm thinking she's been with a woman. And how in the fuck can I compare to that? And when she tells me that her fantasy lover was Queen Latifah, I can't watch shit with Queen Latifah in it.
Queen Latifah. What?
Wow.
Was
Brother Van
it Queen
Gogh.
Latifah
Brother
or
Van,
was it Cleo?
No, Queen Latifah. So, Brother Van Gogh, I know what you're going through, and when we got back together a couple years ago, she always had negative shit to say about men, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. If men are so fucked up, why do you want to marry me? But you know what it was? It's because I was going to be a showpiece. She said she got right with God, and God told her to be with a man, and ergo me.
Look, it sounds like you telling my story because that's exactly what happened in my case.
And man, I think we dated the same fucking woman.
Please do not say her name on this.
But what I'm saying is,
No, you said it. I was about to ask who the fuck is it?
but what I'm saying is, as a man, how do you compare with another woman? I mean, back in the day, the thing was only a woman knows how to
Cucumbers to
please
peaches.
another woman.
Can I have story time?
Hold on. Grizz got story time.
Story time.
Grizz got story time.
Story time.
You say how you can compare with a woman.
How can you compete? How can you compete with another woman?
Because for me, it's not even a competition. She ain't got nothing that I'm bringing to the table.
Hey.
Or maybe I ain't got nothing that she's looking at.
Well, see, that's the thing. The only thing about it is I'm an addition, not a subtraction. So anything that she can get from her, I can bring plus some more, tenfold. So as far as I'm concerned, she ain't bringing nothing to the table that I ain't already bringing to the table, and then some. Now, if she's looking for a part down the middle, I ain't got that. Now, if that's what you're looking for, can't help you out there. But if she's dealing with strap-ons, you ain't got a strap-on. I walk in with it.
Hey.
So yeah, she can't compete with me. I ain't got to compete with her. But as far as the whole situation with that goes, as a person, you can't walk into any situation assuming that you know everything.
Right.
You have to communicate. If you can't talk and communicate and get an understanding of that person, people are not cookie cutter. And I had to learn that women are not cookie cutter. Every woman is different. Every situation is different. Every body is different.
So true.
So you have to walk in there. The way that you figure out that you're enough is when they let you know.
All right.
Do you know?
Hold up, base.
I just got one word to say.
Go ahead.
Guess what we got?
That woman taught me the correct way to eat a pussy.
Hey.
We ain't even gonna talk about my. Go ahead, bro.
Nope. Let that.
We ain't got time for that.
I could eat a peach for
All
hours.
right. We got the coolest guy in the room.
Come
Skizzy Scott. Come on, it's time for you to dig into the gumbo pod. That's a heavy ass.
All right.
I got some weight to it. You can knock somebody's ass out with that.
Oh man.
What you got, bro?
How do you motivate others?
Ooh,
Lord. Yeah, I like that.
I could eat a peach for hours.
Who's gonna run with that one first?
Well, mine is real simple. This is something.
How do you motivate others?
This is something I've struggled with my entire life because I don't know how the hell.
In what context? Just motivate, period, or?
Yeah.
There is no context. You got the context.
All right, I'll start that one off. So, for me, I motivate people who ask me questions about relationships. You guys know I've been with my wife. They say I've been married 27 years, but we've been married 20 and we dated 7 years prior. But everybody wants to call it, we've been married 27 years. But they're like, what makes your relationship works. What, how, who, and it's primarily young people. And for me, I told them first, you gotta look in yourself first, see who you are, determine where you're at in your life, because having someone else just makes it complicated because it's two different personalities. You have to learn how to compromise. You can't just say, I want to do this or we're going to do this. It's a 50-50 thing. You got to learn how to compromise with your significant other. And I tell them, like, look, everybody's relationship is different. You got to find what works for you guys. And it just comes out like natural conversation with men, with women, and it just ends up being they appreciate the honesty. And I think it's because I'm on the outside looking in, so I can't judge you about your own relationship. I can only give you some experience or some guidance, stuff that I screwed up on or stuff that, I know others are screwed up on. But at the end of the day, I've had a lot of people thank me for their advice, and some of them are having successful relationships now because of it.
That's dope.
I think it's kind of hard, like you just said, to give people relationship advice because you are on the outside looking in. Like, just like you said, like me and my best friend Vox growing up, when we were younger, we used to try to help each other with our relationships. And we only can base it on our relationships. Well, this is what I do with my girl. See if it works for yours. And it don't work that way, because some of the things that my girl liked, his girl hated. Some of the things we did together, they could never do together, and vice versa. So you know what we decided when we were about 16, 17 years old? We ain't giving each other relationship advice. We'll listen and we'll empathize and we'll just be there for each other, because sometimes, when you're dealing with, I'm saying people your age, like when we were young and we were just not good.
Growing pains.
Yeah, it's growing pains. So
Sure.
you can never diagnose someone else's, ailments off of your ailments. You've got to listen and be cognizant of what they're going through and base it on just listening, and not try to diagnose it based on your experience with your significant other.
So
I agree with you.
Hold up, and
okay.
It's like what he's saying is also my logic too, right? How I be moving with my relationships and everything, right? Because I have a sound advice from, like, of course I'm here with my brothers, older men. I will always have that sound advice, right? But I also have platonic women in my life where if I'm having a problem, I can't go to my homeboys because my homeboys going to think like me.
Right.
My homeboys going to think like me. I need someone who can think like the woman I'm dealing with.
Right.
So I always go to them and be like, hey, let me tell you the situation. This, that, and the third happened. This is how I reacted to what happened. Yeah. What's up? And they will tell me their opinion, and vice versa.
Right.
So like for me, it's like, all right, cool. I keep that advice situation to a different stint. But then when I want to talk about people who was married for like 150 years, I'm calling Jerry. Like how you keep this going, dog? Like, because I want to get the fuck out. like I'm trying to think on a different level. So sometimes you need that playing field to be.
So what I mean is, by outside looking in, that means I don't place judgment because I have nothing to gain. But when you're friends and you have other friends, there's stuff to gain, some kind of relationship already established. So with me, I don't have that relationship, so I really don't care what happens in your relationship. I'm gonna give you the straight, honest truth as I look at it, as I see it. You take it as is, or you leave it. But at the end of the day, I could tell you that, okay, you're in a long distance relationship. Okay, what are you doing to make that long distance relationship work? I call her every day, or I call him every day. When's the last time you went to see him? Oh, about 2 months ago. Well, no, that's not making a relationship work. You know what I mean? You gotta, you know what I mean? So stuff like that. I get what you're saying, and I agree. I've been blessed. My homeboys have always been giving me good advice. So the way it works out, the one homeboy, he's been with his wife 29 years. The other one's been 28, and I'm on 27. So it's like we've grown up together. All our wives are best friends. We're best friends. So it's just been a great relationship, and I could trust them. They could trust me with our wives. So I know some people, oh, I can't leave a man in the house with my wife. I could leave my homeboys in the house with my wife, knowing nothing's gonna happen. If emergency happens, she could call them. They could call me. That's the type of people that I deal with. But on the other hand, again, looking from the outside in, you still have a different perspective to give people.
Right. Yeah. And honestly, if I was going to give general advice as opposed to relationship advice, if I was trying to be motivational to somebody, I would say be the miracle God made you to be. Because I mean, if you think about it, the chance that you would be born is almost 1 billion to 1. It's a 1 billion to 1 chance that each one of us is up here.
Is that why I'm a fast swimmer?
It's a 1 billion to 1 chance each one of us is sitting up here right now. So each one of us in this room, on this screen, in the comment section is a miracle. Be the miracle God created you to be, and don't waste time. Because the only thing that you literally have that is worth anything, forget about your money, forget about your house and the things and all of that. The only thing that you have that's worth anything is time. So what are you going to do with the miracle that God gave you, which is you and time?
All right. Next question.
All right.
You know what? You know what? All that sounds fine and dandy, but I'm an expert on divorce. If you want to get divorced, I'm your boy.
Well,
I've got vast experience on being divorced.
I am the OG of marriage. I will be in June married for 35 years.
Nice.
So
nice.
You know.
Congratulations.
Right there in the peanut gallery. One marriage.
Congratulations.
Well, brother Jay,
I'm not like a gang.
So now
I am the OG on divorce. I've been divorced since 2019, and I ain't doing that shit no more. I'd rather cough up a lung than do that shit again.
Look how God blessed me though, right?
You ain't never did that shit.
I got OG that's in marriage, and I got an OG that's in divorce. I'm like in between. Like I'm with y'all.
You got 2 OGs with divorce because I done got 2 pink slips. I'm good.
Damn.
But see, my wife.
I got Paul Walker and Vin Diesel in this.
my wife jumped me in like a gang. She was like, "Once you get in, you cannot get out."
Shit. I know how to get out that shit. I know how to get out that bullshit.
I know how to get out, but I don't want a casket right now. I think I'm good being vertical.
But bro, if you ever change your mind, I'm your boy.
You don't get nobody else got a second pool. No, you don't. No do-overs. No do-overs.
What you got?
But you know what? For you brothers that have been married, you got all my love and respect. But for you motherfuckers trying to get divorced, talk to me.
I got a weak question. I don't like this. I want to do.
Just say yes or no. Did you see Creed 3?
Did you see Creed?
Not yet.
Yes, I did, and I got a lot to say.
Do you like it?
Talk to me, dog. I ain't seen it yet.
No, we don't want to talk about the movie because too many people that haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't want no spoilers.
No, is it good? Is it not so good?
It's fucking amazing.
Okay, that's
can I get another?
You get another question because
I got so much to go on. Thank you.
Why
the fuck you put that shit in?
Have you ever had sex with a turtleneck on?
Yo, why is it
what?
green?
What you got?
Like, what the fuck is it me? Chris Rock called Jada out her name on his special. Do you guys think he went overboard?
We went.
No.
We went.
No. A bitch is a bitch is a bitch.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm good. No, you good. So, Anthony, I'm gonna pull a question out for you.
All right.
Let's see. I'm not laughing at the question. I'm just laughing in general. Okay, this is a cool question. This women asked these questions, didn't they?
What's that?
Yeah.
It was a woman.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. Woo, that's a good one. That's a good one.
You see, when I pull up this shit, I got some bullshit. This is some. I can't wait to cut somebody out.
Yeah, I would change this. I would change this morning's cupcake. I would change that. That's about it. No.
The one thing I would probably change is my ability to care. Right now, I don't care. I don't have that. I think my wife calls it empathy. I don't have that soft emotional side about certain things. I just don't. I don't care. I know I love my wife. I love my family. I know that. That's as far as it goes. Like some of this other stuff,
I just don't care.
Yeah.
I think it comes after you hit like 49. Are you there yet?
I'm 47.
You getting there?
Well,
Pretty soon.
When you
it won't be I don't care. It's gonna be I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, brother JB.
Yeah.
I'm 65 and I don't give a fuck.
Right. Because right now I don't care. Right now it's past I don't care. It's like I could care less.
Yeah, I'm at that point too.
Like, I'm at the I could care less about what you think I should care about. But it's and then the next level for me, because I'm like in between. I'm going to be 50s. I'm 56, right? I'm 56. So my next level is the 60s where I don't give a fuck. And I know it.
Well, see, I think I done surpassed everybody where I'm at the fuck you stage.
Hey, brother Grizz, I'll be 66 in October. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Bass, I need you to at least hit 98 because my 60th birthday. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, bro, I will be there with my I don't give a fuck t-shirt on.
Yeah. I hope you can speak too.
But sometimes it makes you seem like you don't have a heart. It comes off to people like you don't have that heart or that emotion. Yeah, it's not that. It's just that I've learned to only worry about what's
important
in my immediate vicinity, like my family. Right. I'm not worried about all that external stuff because right now it ain't affecting me. I don't have nothing to do with that or this. So for me, I'm dealing with them. But sometimes it does. And even with like your extended family, your aunts, your uncles, or in-laws, yeah, it makes it seem like you're cold. It's not that. It's just that I don't have time to waste with it. I got enough I'm dealing with. I don't need everybody else's BS or drama.
Yeah, let's call it what it is. You don't have enough emotional real estate left.
That works. That works for me. I like that. Emotional real estate. I'm writing that one down.
So look.
Hold on. I got questions.
Hold on.
Bass.
Don't do that.
Bass haven't answered the question.
I want Bass to do something special. All right, Bass. You got 4 brothers that you know that's right here. Who you want to dig in that pot to ask your question?
Oh, you know what, brother Grizz?
You want me to do it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because that was his question. It was good.
Ooh, you should have saved it. Put it on the side.
No, I couldn't. It was, that was going to be the question. I thought Bass would really go in on, but we don't know what the questions are.
That's what makes it so fucking exciting.
I don't like the way his cheeks look.
Okay. Let's see. Do you think it's better to have a skill that you are an A+ or many skills that you are a C in?
God damn.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, somebody.
Would you like to have one skill where you're an A+ or multiple skills where you're a C?
It all depends if I have Viagra or not.
Jeez. Wow.
What about that new stuff? That him and some Blue Chew that's going
Nah,
around?
bro. I don't need nothing busting my heart open, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, I don't need no fentanyl pussy.
Look, I just
Wow.
I just saw a commercial today on Facebook about something called Blue Chew. I'm like, what's Blue Chew?
Nah,
My
fuck
name
that.
is Big Jaw, and I got the blue chew.
Now, see, you know, us in Baltimore, we fuck shit up. I go to the doctor and say, yo, I got some of that Bluetooth.
The doctor gonna look you in the eyes like, in your car?
What the fuck you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, so let's
All right.
get this question out for Van Gogh. Who do
There
you
we
want to
go,
pull your
Van.
question, Van
Come
Gogh?
on, Van.
It doesn't matter. Whatever question y'all got from wherever it comes from, I'll answer it.
Pick a goddamn person. You pick your question.
Question, my brother.
Shit. Let's go with base. I don't know.
Base can't pick the question. He ain't in the room with us.
Oh, so it's one of y'all.
Go with Jerry.
Damn, I came back. Shit.
Let's do Rich. Rich, what you got?
No, my questions fucking suck. I got it.
Are you about to get another bad one?
Yeah, I am. This you chose
Can
this.
you jump rope and chew bubble gum at the same time?
Oh, it's not that bad. Name 3 things that make you happy.
Wet sloppy? No, that's his question.
Yeah. That's the first thing.
Oh, three things that make me happy. One is when I complete on whether it be like electrical or fashion or whatever. A task is definitely, one of the things that makes me think.
Did we lose you?
One of the things that make it happen is not freezing.
No, he said in a task.
Oh, okay.
Like electrical.
I guess the other thing that made me happy was, basically just being there and fighting for my kids. Because, there's a lot of folks out there that don't. And, showing them that, you've had that fight for them, to have their back, to, be there when they need you or when they call you. That's important to me because that builds that relationship. And it sets a precedence for them as they get older that, hey, it's okay to reach out to somebody.
Right.
Number 3.
Hello? Okay.
He had one more. That was 2.
And I guess the third thing would be just the ability to not really give up on things. Even when things go like sideways or bad. I'll give you an example of that. With Anthony, as a matter of fact, that show.
What? Oh, there he goes. He's back.
And I made it in the wrong color.
Okay.
And I was like, nope, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. And I sat in the car 2 hours before the show started to make him not just 1, but 2 pieces for the show. Wow. So to see that happen and to have that go down like that at the last minute, it lets him know that, I got his back. And then it also lets me know that in a crunch moment, I can actually accomplish something rather than get frustrated with it.
Right. Just like when you made that crochet pair of sandals for that young lady at our shoot, you was like, "We'll set this outfit off." He sat there, sandals,
right during the shoot,
and they fit her. Like, how you nasty? You like toes? How you make that thing so quick to fit her?
Y'all already know my
so I think we
my
can.
My 3 favorite things are.
All right,
so we ain't gotta get into that.
We're gonna do like 2 more.
if you can make one rule that everyone has to follow, what would it be?
Pause. Before he say anything, did you see the smile on this man's face when he
What?
read that?
Questions that give you no, I like
I love it. I love it.
questions that give you a power.
Right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I gotta be able to answer that one.
You want to know what?
All
If
right.
I could make one rule that everyone has to follow, what would it be? It would probably be to make sure that nobody ever goes without a meal.
Right.
Because you actually have the power to save one's life with food. So if everybody looked out for someone and made sure that they ate,
Right.
just think how many lives could be saved and changed by that. Just a simple meal, because they're humbling thing. And even if he gets a meal from you, he knows tomorrow he's not going to go hungry because he can get a meal from someone else.
Exactly.
And that could cause him to get into a position where he will be able to feed someone.
Well, see, now that you done said that, you made my shit sound petty.
Petty is good though.
Oh, shit,
That's my power is
trust
this.
me, that's not as worse as mine.
Every damn body to have at least one of these on your damn dresser. Nobody should ever stink.
No.
Everybody got the ability to smell good.
Mhm.
You should. I decree that everybody has to have at least one.
At least one.
At least one. Damn it. Just something to spray on. God damn it.
Yeah.
And not something that smells like roach spray either. Something that smells good.
Smell like the bottom of a boot in a bar.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't walk in smelling like Pegasus's ass.
Like Ray number 9.
Yeah.
Like unkept bukkake.
Yes.
Wow.
I think
Like
for me,
pussy.
to be honest, I want something simple. I don't need everyone to follow it. But y'all know the Apollo joint where they got the wood and you gotta like rub it.
Yeah.
I just want it to be my knees.
Shit.
I just want it to be my knees. That's it. Like a statue.
Slapping things.
Statue.
Slap shit out.
Bro.
We overthrowing him now.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
we overthrowing that damn thing. That ain't gonna work.
You
bro.
voted off the island, yo.
listen, y'all talk about
You do
worldly
realize
shit. I just want one.
You do
One
realize
statue
that men
of
rubbing
my
your
knee.
knees too, right?
See, then you just had to run.
So for me, it's like a 2-part deal because one goes with you can't have one without the other. To make a rule that everybody understands what loyalty and respect is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on now.
Oh yeah. See, y'all make my shit sound real petty, man. I'm sounding real petty over this motherfucker, man.
So elaborate on that real quick. Man.
So a lot of people respect is earned, right? And you only give people that are loyal to you that type of respect. So nowadays, and even back then, like people would lose loyalty for either money, women, power, whatever. You know what I mean? But you're sitting there, you're a good friend, or you're good peoples, or your family, and you turn your back on them. I mean, that meant you had no respect for the person to begin with. If you could throw away loyalty, just as simple as that,
Right.
for something that's superficial.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
No, you can't.
That smells good. I smell it all the way over
You
here.
smell it over there?
Yeah, that smells really good.
And
Jack,
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
what was that other question you had earlier? Can you walk and chew gum at the same time? Yeah, I think we just saw an example of that. Yeah, man.
Hey, I can't do none of that shit.
What's that comment say?
We gonna do one
You
more.
only get one shot for a good first impression.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because the
Anything
second
after
shot
that,
is
just
the
trying to
second
figure out
impression.
why you fucked up the first time.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do one more question,
All right.
Okay.
and we're gonna get up out of here.
That's who's taking the last question?
I suck at these.
I can do it.
No, give it a Scott. Give it a Skizzy.
Skizot. Yeah, that sound like something that happened in a back alleyway after the club when you in a Datsun
Hey, man.
B210
That sound too
stick
close to
shift
season.
with a bottle of
soon
brute in
as
the
a
back.
chick walk in here and be like, "Oh, so you're a skizzy," you gonna be like, "Well,
Yes, I am.
For real?
Oh shit, what is it, bro?
For real?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What you grab?
Yeah.
I love it.
Just remember, they chose that we were going out on this question.
Okay.
If you had to put your trust in one of two to hold a secret, Kanye West or Donald Trump, which one would it be?
I'm just gonna just tell everybody.
Hey,
Just
that's all.
tell
That's all
everybody.
on you.
Just broadcast the shit.
Telephone, telegraph.
I mean,
Tell
I don't know, because I don't think nobody really believes nothing either one of them say. So it might actually be safe, even though if they told it.
Yeah.
It could be Bigley. It could not be Bigley. It could work. It could not work.
No, but for real though, like I mean,
Exactly.
real, and I'm just trying to say though.
Hey, y'all gotta stop playing with me right now. I need to see this in person right now. No, fuck that shit. Go ahead. You Trump, you Kanye. I'm loving this shit right now. Go ahead. Let's go.
But for real though, I mean, he told you a secret and everything, right? And you supposed to hold that down.
Fake news. Fake news. He told me nothing. It was not Bigley. It was not worth it. It was not smart. I did not get a secret from him.
So y'all see how they be moving the goalposts? Because like I'm a genius, right? Okay, so you can't really try to sit up here and try to fool me and befuddle me over all of this type of stuff, right? See, they done told you this secret, and you ain't even trying to keep it.
I
for
let
real,
you
though.
into the White House. Remember, I let you into my office, my big office right there overlooking
And you
Pennsylvania
still ain't
Avenue.
made America great. I mean, what are we doing here? What's going on?
I had them bum rush the Capitol. I was telling them, no, don't go over to the Capitol and do that. It's not prudent, not what I want. No Bigley stuff
George
there.
Bush hates black people.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Shut up, nigger.
Sway.
How, Sway?
Oh my God.
You ain't got the answers.
Hey, yo.
I won COVID. I beat COVID.
Hey,
I
yo.
won
Created
COVID.
COVID.
Hey, listen. This
I
is
beat
shit.
COVID. COVID is not real. Fake news. Fake news.
And how you catch COVID then, man? You ain't got the answers, man.
I went to Korea and I said, "Oh, Jong-il. Oh, Jong-il. I am powerful. I am the Wizard of America. I am the Wizard
You're the
of
president
America.
of China, aren't you?
I'm the president of North Korea and China all together. That's the news."
Hey, Scott, you don't know that you picked one of the best questions for me tonight. Like, bro, like, I never expected this.
Mike,
Hey, yo.
For what it's worth, gentlemen, I totally enjoyed sitting in on my first podcast and hope to sit in on more. I thank you all for putting much needed smile on my face. Thank you so much. Can you see who said that?
thanks, Shauna.
Who?
Shauna.
Thank you,
Oh,
Shauna.
Shauna, what's that?
Thank you. All right.
Oh,
So-
man. So we going to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Like, this is
We
the
had
goal.
a great show.
Mic
Yes,
drop.
this was a great time. I enjoyed
Yo,
myself.
I definitely had
Listen.
a good time.
What's
I
next week?
Time out. I never knew y'all had this shit up there. Yo, like,
Big news.
Like,
Big
listen.
news.
oh my
Big
God.
news.
I'm trying to keep myself
news.
together. Like, yo, listen.
Don't
That
be-
Kanye shit,
Hickety dickety dock.
that Trump shit, like, dog.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate being on.
Yes.
Well,
Hey,
we
thank
still
you,
got
bro.
the show that you're gonna be on too.
Mhm.
The which one was that? That was the is that next week? Was that next week where you're on the show?
You asking me?
Yeah, I can't remember. Was it next week or
I thought it was this week.
Nah.
no? Because
Wow.
we had the gear show.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Talking about gear.
We're talking
Yeah.
about camera gear.
That's not this year.
That's not today.
Oh, so I logged into the wrong show.
I send you in
It's
there.
never
I
the
send you
wrong
the
show
link
with
to
you,
every
sir.
show.
Oh, okay.
So you
Well,
just when you came in, I was like, "Oh, he coming in tonight, cool."
Just show up on time
But you
next
gotta
week.
come in for the gear show. If you're not
Yeah.
here on it, that's
I'll be here. Yep.
that's when the smack gonna be talking.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my camera around my neck the next week. I'm gonna have my camera
that's-
around my neck.
I'm not gonna say her name because she's loved one, but I definitely walked downstairs when I was bringing the chair up, and I said, "Oh, that's your camera."
Yeah, you know how we are when it comes to our gear.
Yeah.
We like what we like, and we get on what our other people work with.
I shoot with everything but Canon.
Yeah, I can shoot with anything. I shot with a box camera in the night. I'm good.
That's crazy. So because we have guests, we gonna do this, right? Grace, tell them where they can find you.
All right, so the Sophisticated Grizzly podcast will be on Wednesday at 8:15. And this Wednesday, people, we are going to be talking about, are we done for because we don't discipline our children anymore?
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
Mac
Because
that
I
kid.
saw a video. Thank you, my brother. I saw a video, and all I'm going to say is this. If that was me, y'all wouldn't have never met me. If that was me and my mom had to deal with that, you'd have never met me. So tune in 8:15 on YouTube. We're also on Spotify. We're on Twitter and on what the hell is that other one?
Twitch.
Right. I don't be forgetting about that one. But come check us out. And
Come on,
let's see what
Twitch
everybody got
and
to
the
say,
Switch.
because everybody up here that either got kids or had to deal with some badass kids. So we're gonna figure out what they think. Tune in.
Hey, or paid child support.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I got some shit to say.
All right.
Well, all right. This is the Grown Man Clique. I'm your boy Richie Rich in the building, and this is
J.I. Masscreator, and we would like to thank you for coming tonight. We'd like to thank everybody on the panel: Bass, Van Gogh, Anthony Little, all of the people that's been in the what we call the Peanut Gallery. We definitely appreciate you. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Make sure we grow. Make sure you're a part of the tribe, the Grown Man Clique Facebook page, because that's where you know what we know when we're about to do the show. Please, it's free. Like, share, and subscribe.
That's it.
Now let's give it back to our boy,
Oh,
Mr. Neese.
Hey, we out this bitch, nigga.
All right.
Lay y'all.
Peace.
See y'all next week.